Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing an 8.5 by 11 layout with a single photo of my youngest son when he was a newborn. I have very few of these photos left to scrapbook, but here's one more. This is using the Boho Baby collection by Simple Stories. This was probably a year or so ago that this collection came out. I do still see it online available every once in a while though. It's a very cute little baby collection that has nice neutral tones in it, and especially the brown. I love when it has a little bit of brown in the collection because it usually complements my son very well. So here I'm showing you the scraps that I have left, which I have a lot of scraps left, not very many 12 by 12 sheets that can be used as backgrounds. So the background that I'm bringing in is a wood grain that is from a paper pad. And I'm not sure why I showed the star paper twice, but the star paper, I love the green side and the stars, so I will be using both. Here I'm adding the embellishments up here at the top, and I'm just going to trace around it a little bit with a pencil. That's just so that I know where it's at or where it's going to sit, and I'm going to stencil some stars with white acrylic paint. And I'm going to use a foam brush that's just like a sponge on the top of it, and I'm just going to dab it into the stars on the stencil. And that works fairly well. Usually I like to use paste, like a texture paste, to go through the stencil, especially for the white. But unfortunately, when I went to go grab it, it was dried out. So I had to throw the rest of it away. Most of it was gone, so it's okay. I'll grab another jar, but all I had on hand was the white acrylic paint. So that's what I'm using, and then I will do some white paint splatters also, and that just helps, the messy look like it was intentional instead of, like you didn't stencil correctly. With acrylic paint, it's really hard to get it to look smooth. It's a lot easier if you use a texture paste or something that's a little bit thicker, or even stencil paint. I've bought stencil paint in the past in white and black, and it works really well in stencils. But unfortunately, again, I don't have any on hand right now. So I'm just going to use the acrylic paint and make it work. And I want to do both of the rainbows and a moon with the rainbow. And the only reason I'm doing double rainbows and double moons and just adding a little bit of extra here and there is because I bought the pack that had all the rainbows in it and all the moons in it. And I don't know how else I'm going to use them unless I put more than one on a layout because I still have a lot of them left. I'm trying to come up with another idea. I did one for my great niece, and it had a lot of rainbows on the layout. So I'm thinking I might do another one that has more rainbows again and do another layout for one of my other nieces or nephews and a little baby picture of them. And I think that'll be cute. And I can use up those rainbows because they are really cute and I really like the colors of them. So here I'm going to add a little bit more stenciling of the stars down here, and this is where my photo is going to go. And I actually probably could have added a little bit more. Sorry about that. And I ended up not showing the photos or placing the photos down because I didn't have it matted yet. So in the end, it could have had a little bit more stenciling around the photo, but it's okay. It turns out all right. So here in a moment, I'm going to be done with the stenciling and we will move on to a little bit of splattering. And I'm going to go wash that off real quick and come right back. And here I'm going to do a little bit of splattering, and I just add a little bit of water and a little bit more acrylic paint. And then I'm going to actually do the outside of the layout with white acrylic paint too. So instead of using ink, I'm going to use the paintbrush and just drag it around the outside of the layout. And it's going to make a white little paint edge around the sides. So here's what I'm doing there. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of screen. I was trying to keep it in camera, but obviously I wasn't in the right area. So there you can see how I'm just touching the edge of it and I'm kind of wiping the paintbrush off onto the paper. And in the close-ups, you'll see it around the edge. You'll notice the little white border, and I like the way that that looks. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and then I will let that dry, and I will get started on matting my photo here in just a moment. And this is one more layout for the week. Hopefully I'll have one more. I know I'll have one for Friday because Friday is my Color Rush Studio design team layout. So I will have one more for Friday. I'm hoping to get at least one more done, maybe for Thursday. This one should be up today, which is Wednesday. So here I'm adding the photo, and I'm just using some of the 3x4 or the 3x4 cut apart pages and scraps. The blue scrap is not from Simple Stories. That's a P13 little baby collection. That's like a baby blue color, but it helped pop the photo a little bit since he's wearing blue pajamas and the blanket has blue. And then I'm going to add this other little scrap piece here behind it. And I want that to be the same as the photo. So it's kind of like it's matted with layers in between, I guess. Because the layers behind it are crooked, but that mat there is not crooked. And I scuffed up all the edges, including the white photo map. And then the rainbows are scuffed up. The moon is scuffed up. And then I tore the edges of the star paper, and that was the strip. So I'm going to lay it at the bottom, and then I'll lay the green on top of it. So here I'm just getting it lined up, and then I'm going to bring in a little smaller strip, and that's the strip I tore off the top. And so I was just cutting it down to make it a little bit more, a little thinner. So I want it to lay there at the bottom. I haven't attached it down as of yet. Here I come in now. I'll attach it down. And I believe this one's actually, yeah, it's a little bit too short. So I actually end up cutting a different one or tearing a different one. But first I'm going to put this one down here and cut a little bit off the edge. And that's just so that the white paint edge shows all the way around. And then here I cut a different paper because, like I said, it was a little bit too short. I had cut it just a little bit too short. I don't know what was off there, but. And then here, this is one of the little foam stickers, and that's from Simple Stories, and it just says love you. And then the little ephemera piece here looks like in a baby's bedroom on the shelf, little toys and different things on the shelf. And I just thought that was kind of cute to put at the bottom. Originally, I was going to put another rainbow, but I decided to put this little shelf instead of the third rainbow. And I could have still added the third rainbow, I guess, behind it, but it was kind of large and it looked off, so I ended up not doing it. And so here I'm adding a little bit of play foam on it because of the layers on the photo. It needs to stand up a little bit higher. And then also the foam pieces from the Simple Stories title package, just to add a little bit more dimension. I'm just erasing the pencil marks. And then I'm going to lay the rainbows down, and I believe this one here says love you to the moon and back. And then I'm going to add the little moons. And I just add 2 little flowers on top of the moons. And again, there's no rhyme or reason. They're just in the ephemera pack, and they're just stuff that I'm trying to use up. And if I can use it, I'm going to use it. If I don't like it, I won't use it. But if I really like something or if I think it's cute, I'll go ahead and use it and make it work on the layout. But I have a really hard time making things work that I don't like. Even though, everyone says, oh, it's just a scrapbook page. It's just one page in the album. But I really like to like my pages in the end. So if I don't like it, I won't use it. And that's just my preference. So here I'm adding the little moons, and I'm going to add both of those, the little green one and the blue one. And You know, even though I added a couple of little flowers here and there, I did try to keep it more in the boy tones, so not so much pink. I do add a little foam bit that says little U up there by the blue and pink rainbow, the bigger rainbow. And the reason I add that is because it needed a little something more up there. And when I add that, it's kind of the same shape as the Love You one, except for it is a pink color. And it's okay. I mean, pink is okay. He doesn't like pink now that he's a 12-year-old boy, but my older son loved pink, so I embrace the pink on his layouts. I try not to do it so much on my younger son just because he doesn't like it. I thought about using the little lion head, but it was kind of distracting. It was a little too much of the darker color. So I'm going to use this pink little U, and it works perfectly right there. And then I decide to use the little border here of the like beads, I guess, on top of the ribbon border. So what I'm going to do is cut off the ends so you can't see the double line and the double knots. And then I'll add this one up there at the top. And I'm going to take it off one more time and straighten it out a little bit more. And then lay it down. And I like the way that looks layered up like that. I had to move the moon down just a little bit. And then I added a little heart in the middle of the rainbow. And I believe I'm almost done. And that's going to be it. I thought about adding sequins, but I decided not to and just left it as is. I hope you guys enjoyed and hope to see you in the next video. If you like it, like and subscribe. Bye.